All right, friends, family, we have a fun show this morning. We're going to be working on a writing exercise on how to destroy bad habits, to either get rid of them, to maybe we just need to reduce them, or just not be as hard on ourselves. I feel like I'm so hard on myself when it comes to bad habits. I'll do one little thing. It's like, I don't want to completely get rid of that. I just kind of want to make some changes and feel like I'm really in control. If this sounds like for you, it's going to be a great episode. Enjoy the exercise. Financially free and enjoy more of what the world has to offer in this action one, because this is where most human beings screw the pooch. So a little one-person trampoline, very I screen shared it. Like, there's no excuse. Like, phone numbers are just out there. You just got to pick up the phone, smile, and dial. So good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Tanner Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best entrepreneur you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to this morning. Hope you're having a fun Monday. I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling a little slow. I'm feeling a little tired on this Monday, and there's something about just getting into Monday morning and just getting yourself to do the things that you know you need to be doing right now. I'm sure you can relate to this. There's just a few things piled up. It's like, I got to get this done. I really want to get this done. And then it can be challenging to reframe ourselves and get ourselves in a state to understand, like, well, I actually get to do this, and this is actually really cool, and I want to do this. And so I'm going to do this. It's so wild. Human brains are absolutely nuts. We're all crazy. I firmly believe that. So with this understanding, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a 4-piece chart to destroy bad habits. So bad habits, good talking point, always a good one to refer back to, always a way that we can continue to improve and grow ourselves is to reduce a lot and eliminate all the bull crap and bullshit in our lives. So hopefully we'll be able to do just that. We're going to be doing that by doing this having this writing exercise. And then additionally, I'm going to be having for each piece just some fundamental questions. I'm going to go through this from a personal example. So all of these examples will be from my life and what I'm trying to improve. And then hopefully you in your own situation can take the exercises, apply them to your own life, and hopefully make it better. So cheers to that. Cheers to starting the morning off right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the handy dandy chalkboard this morning. I'm going to check my microphone real quick, folks. Good morning. Just to make sure. I got a new microphone, so hopefully it works well. If not, we're going to be doing an episode on audio stuff. It's been a total pain in my butt, but I think I found something I like. So cheers to that. Cheers to the Monday morning. So we're talking about bad habits. Bad habits. Okay, so we're talking about bad habits in particular, and we're going to go through 4 categories. So you can do this on a piece of paper. You can create this on, actually I have something, it's in one of my classes, so you'd have to be in the class to get it. But in one of my classes, we have kind of more like a PDF, but for sake for the morning show, you can do this on any piece of paper. You can do it wherever the heck you want. I usually prefer to write stuff like this on a piece of paper because it's just fun for me to get going and drawn and kind of get in my mind and an outlet for creativity, right? We're always looking for an outlet for creativity. So the first box is going to be under add. So new habits we want to add. This is all about habits. So to break the bad habits, I think we're going to take a full encompassing view on habits in general. So the first category will be add. So what are the habits that you want to add? And then you feel free to reference my question that I have in here on this one. So on each banner, you're going to see a question that you can use to just kind of probe and prod, like to get the juices flowing, ideas out. So what new habits we want to add? So you're thinking, all right, I'm doing this. But when it comes to quitting bad habits, I think having alternatives usually are very helpful. For example, when I was quitting nicotine, I was having a hard time with just not this physical something I just had these like little Zyn pouches I'd put in my lip. If you know anyone who's addicted to them, I definitely was. And just the sensation of having like something in my mouth, so needing a like piece of gum or a lifesaver or something like that, I found very helpful. So adding those or some type of replacement, say if you're a smoker, instead of when you get the urge, then you replace it with something positive like meditation or working out is always a good one to replace with bad habits, is just getting the blood pumping and moving. You hear what I'm saying this morning. So what habits do we want to add? What habits do we want to add? And these are habits that you currently do not do. We'll have the continuing growth here in coming up in a second. But for the first category, we're going to be talking about habits that we want to add. And for me, that would be social media and video editing. So social media, media posts. And then also I'm going to put on here editing. So I do a good job of just posting stuff on social media, but I want to get better at doing the repurpose kind of stuff, making shorter clips, stories, just still photos, asking provocative questions of like, hey, are you looking to improve this in your life? Because let's be honest, I'm trying to get more people to take my class. And that's a big part of this is we create a funnel, we do a morning show, we do small content pieces, we do this, and then we try to build trust with anyone who's watching to get them to do our class, the funnel system. So for me, for my habits that I want to add would be social media posts and editing. What habits do you want to add? Maybe you haven't been reading and you want to add that. Maybe you haven't been meditating and you want to add that. Maybe you haven't been working out. It could be work-based. It could be relationship-based. Maybe you want to just go out there and try something new. You want to join some pickleball league, or you want to get involved in the community some way. What could you add to the repertoire this morning for habits so we can replace some of these bad ones? So now we get on to the meat and potatoes, the really juicy part. So bad habits, ones that we want to remove. We want to remove these habits. And I want you to look at for a second, what is our question? Habits that are holding us back. So what habits are holding us back? These are the habits that we currently have, and we want to get rid of them. We do not want to have them in our lives. So, for example, for a long time, this for me was smoking. So another habit I want to remove is eating past 7 p.m. I do not want to eat past 7 p.m. Eating past 7 p.m. There's something about our digestive tract, and then if you are vertical, you're giving yourself a much better chance to work through your intestines and just digest, get the most out of your nutrients that you're eating. When people eat a lot of food and they lay down on the couch or in the bed, it actually is backwashing up a bunch of stuff, and it makes the digestion process that much harder, and we could be missing out and additionally putting that much more wear and tear on our guts. And that's usually what ends up killing people in the long run, is their intestines wear out and aren't good anymore. So we want to reduce that. Also, it helps with weight gain. It helps with body position. It helps with so many things in the health world. So I think giving our digestive tract a real break. So that's why I'm so focused on that one. So I don't want to be eating past 7 p.m. That is one that I want to remove. But the question is for you this morning to ask yourself on this wonderful, beautiful, amazing morning. Thanks for tuning in with us this morning. Is what habits are you going to remove? Could it be something health-wise? Could it be something work-wise? I know something that I also want to remove that I want to put on here is my phone in office. So I actually have a second office, not here at our house, but a second office. Privileged enough to have that, and I'm excited about it. But I keep the cell phone out of it because I can't be trusted. I can't be trusted with that dang smartphone in there. I'm checking what are the NFL scores? What's going on in college football? What's going on with the weather? What's going on with this YouTube video? What's going on with this or that, whatever. But the smartphone has always been a thorn in my side, very distracting, terrible bad habit. I do like on the smartphone, one thing I added is they have widgets or those little things that you can have on your home screen. I pretty much got rid of everything and I made my phone as basic as possible. That just works for me. But I do have this one widget that my girlfriend showed me, and it just shows your screen time and it shows what apps you give your screen time to. And ever since I got that, like about a week ago, it's really helped me because I open up, I'm like, wow, I gave 2 hours and 22 minutes to this thing today. I'm not trying to do that. So I've been reducing it gradually. And I actually had less than 30 minutes of screen time yesterday. Well, I still got a lot of work done on my computer, a lot of screen time on my cell phone anyway. But removing bad habits, removing the cell phone from the office. Maybe you need to just remove smartphone use time from this time to this time or whatever. But maybe that needs to just be reduced. And so that leads us to our third one. So after we've thought about habits that we just want to get rid of, the third up is reduce. So what habits do we just need to reduce? So for example, that would for me, it would be watching the NFL. So NFL games. Maybe you watch some Netflix, you watch the movies, it's the spooky season, you want to watch a movie. You want to watch a holiday movie, but you just don't want to watch 3 of them, or you don't want to do it every single day. So there's habits, and I'm still going to have a donut every now and again. I think I went to this local shop called Voodoo Donuts. They make cool donuts, this and that, and I ate half of one not too long ago. I'm still going to do that every now and again. I'm not going to only eat super healthy, just only do healthy things for the entirety of my life, or never have a drink again. So that would be our next one up would be alcohol. I'm still going to drink. I'm still going to have a beer every now and again. My sister was nice enough to buy us a bottle of wine a while back, and we actually opened it this last week, and I had 1 glass of it. I had some dark chocolate with it, and it tasted really freaking good. But I had 1, and then I'm good to go. So I don't want to completely eliminate alcohol out of my life. I still want a beer every now and again with my friends. I still want a glass of wine every now and again with my partner. But I do want to greatly reduce it. Like, we went to this comedy show this last weekend, and I had this banana beer thing. It was like a banana beer. I never thought I'd like fruity beer, but this weird banana tasting beer is really, really good. So shout out to Rusty Fox, really cool bar in our town. But anyway, the alcohol, I don't want to completely get rid of it, but I do want to dramatically reduce it. Like, I'm talking drinking 1 time a week, like 1 drink, 1 time a week. That's what I'm trying to reduce and get in down to. Maybe 2 beers, but I'm not getting crazy, right? So reduce. And what are the things that you want to reduce? Maybe this could be you eat certain types of foods. Maybe it could be alcohol for you, whatever it is. Or maybe it's watching movies. You just want to watch a little bit of television, but you don't want to watch it every single day. What could be something that you could reduce, but you don't want to, you still get joy from it. So you don't want to completely eliminate it out of your life. So reduce, or in the prompt, it's not a question, but I put stop being hard on yourself, because what will happen is people will still watch the movies, still watch a lot of Netflix, still watch a lot of NFL games, still drink a lot of alcohol, and they'll just beat themselves up for it. So they won't get rid of the bad habit, but they'll also beat the crap out of themselves for doing it. So if you're going to do it, at least don't be so hard on yourself for doing it, right? I think when we stop being so hard on ourselves, I think it makes it a little easier to do this reducing factor. So I didn't want to talk about that a bit this morning. is I don't want to be hard on myself because I watch a little bit of football. It's okay. It's not a big deal, right? But watching all day long is what I do not want to do. Like yesterday, my girlfriend, she got a lot of work done for her class. She's taking another class as continuing education as a teacher. And I am just working. I'm just cleaning up stuff on my computer. I'm getting this new microphone to work, laying out social media ideas for the week, following up with clients and making sure their action items and coaching notes are all ready to go. And we just had NFL games on in the background. So we're still working. So I think we can, my point is we can all find like a nice middle ground of where we're getting the things done that we want and we're not getting too over consumed and not getting anything done at all. So reduce, this one's one of my favorites because everything's a balance, right? I don't want to completely get rid of all the pleasures out of my life, but I also don't want to get consumed by them. So, and that can be pretty tricky. Okay. Lastly, we want to grow. We want to grow. So our last category is growth. So do you have a habit that you currently do, but you want to do more of? My personal examples would be reading and writing. Reading and writing. So I do a really good job of reading on the weekends, but I'd like to read more on the weekdays instead of watching television. So I can reduce watching television and I can supplement that with reading and writing during the week. So I want to, when I think of the things I want to reduce, I like how these are paralleled to each other because when I add something, I usually need to remove something, and then to feel better about removing it, I'll just really focus on what I've added, or vice versa. Down here on the bottom half of the graph, we have I need to reduce watching NFL games, and then I need to grow my reading and writing. So what habits do you want to grow this week? Do you want to work out more? Maybe you've already worked out a couple times this week. This is another one I want to grow. Is working out. Working out. So I've been consistently working out, but I would like to do a few extra workouts. So that would go under my growth category. So if I'm reducing, and there's a direct correlation on evenings and days that I drink alcohol, I do not work out. It doesn't work for me. I don't do both in the same day. Rarely, hardly ever. If I plan on going out, going to a comedy show, having a few beers and doing that, I'm probably not going to work out before that. I'll usually just work on work or do something with my girlfriend, yada, yada. But that's a pattern I've found in myself. Could be different for you, but when I reduce the alcohol, I tend to increase the growth and my desire to work out to help supplement the time, supplement my energy, and get me going about it. So this was a cool framework for that bad habit. So that is the 4-step. This was the 4-piece chart. I'm going to come back here for a second as we wrap up the show this morning. I hope this little graph was good, was fun. But again, kind of do a quick recap for social media and editing purposes. We want to be able to lay this out. Go ahead and get a piece of paper. You just put a big cross in the section, in the center of it. Top left corner, you're going to want to put add. What are the new habits that you want to add to your repertoire? What are the new things that you want to add? Things that you have not been doing, exercising, reading good books, listening to good podcasts, eating healthier foods. Next up, we have remove in the top right corner. Go ahead and write remove real big and list out the things that you want to remove from your life. You want to remove. Maybe it's shopping. You don't want to go shopping for a while. Maybe it's you want to remove eating past a certain type of time. Maybe you want to get rid of alcohol altogether. What do you want to remove? These are the habits that are holding you back from doing the ones that you want to be doing. Next up is reduction, reduce. We might not have to eliminate it altogether. I'm a big believer that it's good to try and get rid of it altogether to see if it actually means something to you. But for example, reducing, I'm just going to reduce the amount of football that I'm watching, reduce the amount of television I'm going to watch. I'm not going to get rid of altogether, and I'm going to reduce drinking alcohol. I'm going to at most have like a drink or two a week, nothing more than that. So what habits do you want to reduce? And lastly, growth. What we do now, but want more of. What we do now, but we want more of. What can you grow? What can you continue to do more of? I know personally, working out, reading, and writing are things that I already do, and I'm happy about it. I'm proud of myself for doing that, but I do want to do more of it because it brings me joy. It helps me get closer to my goals and helps me become a better, healthier person. So cheers to that. Hopefully this framework can add as much value as to me. Very simple, very straightforward, awesome exercise, a great way to start your Monday. So if you got value out of this writing exercise, if you got value out of coming on to the show this morning, please make sure to share the content on whatever social media you prefer to do that. It means the world to us as we're trying to help other people start their mornings off right and have an incredible, spectacular day. That's all I have for today, folks. In case you needed to hear it, I love you. You're a badass. You got this. Let's have an incredible, incredible Monday morning. Let's rock the day. Have a good week. Start off on the right foot. And I'll be back here live with episode 378, bright and early, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, October 17th. So, wow, we're flying right through these on the road to 1,000. Ain't stopping, no way, no how. So tell your friends to check into the show. Really appreciate it. And if you have any questions for me, of course, you can always go to talktotanner.com and check out there where you can book calls and you can see our classes and you can see our coaching and other products that we offer at talktotanner.com. So thanks, friends. That's all I had. Enjoy your day. I love you all.